Traditional Sweet Recipes from Malta Volume 2, soon available at www.traditionalmaltesweets.com. Traditional Sweet Recipes, creating a small slice of Malta that feels like home.
Merħba lura fil-programm Maltese DownUnder. Matul dawn l-aħħar 33 sena, il-grupp mużikali Winter Moods għamel isem mhux biss fil-Gżejjer Maltin iżda wkoll fost il-Maltin ta' barra. Il-kantant tal-Winter Moods Ivan Grech igawdi minn popolarità kbira fil-Gżejjer Maltin u ftit ta' xurilu żar il-belt ta' Melbourne li kien żar snin ilu meta kien qed jaħseb sabiex jemigra lejn l-Awstralja. L-intervista ma' Ivan Grech saret bl-Ingliż minħabba l-għad kbir ta' miraturi ta' nisel Malti li għandu l-Awstralja. You have been the frontman of Winter Moods for how many years now?
It's 33 years. Yeah, 33, nearly 34 years.
That's a lifetime of Winter Moods in Malta.
A lot of time, yes. Yeah. And looking back now, it's like, where the hell did it go?
Like a dream, huh?
Like it just flew by like a breeze, you know?
So tell us more about Winter Moods and how you became involved with Winter Moods.
Well, they were already together, actually. When I joined, they were already Winter Moods, so the name goes back even further back. So, and I was only 15, turning on 16 at the time. And the band is from my town of origin, which is Senglea, Lisla. And we knew each other when we were younger, but the members of the band were slightly older, so they knew my older brothers, but they knew I was singing around in festivals and stuff like that, and their former singer left because he couldn't keep up with work and music, so I joined in. I was very young. They had to put up with me at first. I was quite a handful, but by time we established ourselves, you know, we started doing our own music, our own approach, because first you start following your idols and doing music which is very close to your idols, but once we put that out of us, we sort of get our own, you know, style of music, and also the voice is always a different timbre from other bands, but with all the different influences from the band members, we have what we have today. You know, Winter Moods' sound is quite, distinctive when heard.
Now, you have quite a following in Malta. You are, Winter Moods is one of Malta's top bands, and for quite a number of years, it was Malta's top band. You have had not only gigs, but also concerts that are considered to be the biggest ever concerts in Malta. Tell us more about those.
Well, we started growing, especially from the beginning of 2000 onwards. We sort of were on an uphill, and every time we felt that this is it, this is the peak, we can't get any better, it just got better and better and bigger. So we started recording albums. We had our first album which was called Winter Moods, but had one song which the people loved, which was called Sierra. And by that one song only, we're already gathering a lot of followers. So the following album, which was Morning Ale, was like a breath of fresh air in the local music scene, because we were doing stuff that other bands sort of were skeptic to try. The producer helped us a lot because he could see that we can do much more than what we were doing, and leave the progressive background behind and do what we do. And from that album onwards, it just became super. You know, Morning Ale, Butterfly House, and then came Ordinary Men with Marigold, which was like something that we didn't even expect. So concerts started to grow, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000 people, until we went to the Valletta waterfront, and we said, okay, we can get another 4,000 here. And there was a turnout of 8,000 people.
Incredible.
We weren't even prepared. Like, the PA had to be moved and do delay speakers because it was too big. And from then onwards, we said, you know, we've done the peak now. 8,000 people was a record at that
For
time.
Malta, it is.
For Malta, it is, yeah. You know, for 100,000 people population and getting that crowd is something big. We went on and did some other gigs in the meantime, which were locality gigs, which still attracted 7,000 people or so, but they weren't paying. That weren't paying gigs. The waterfront was a paid gig, so people paid to see us, and just us. We weren't part of a festival, or we weren't part of MTV. We
It was your own concert.
Yeah, it was our own concert. So in 2010, we were challenged to do the granaries, the Fossos, and that's where the Isle of MTV happens. And we were, nah, this is a bit too much. I think we're taking it too far now. You know, if this is not gonna be full, it's gonna look like a flop, because it's a big place.
It is.
You know, the Fossos Marlene.
It's just open.
You look at it and you say, how the hell am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
But we went for it, and 10,000 people turned up.
Fantastic.
Paying, besides all the complimentaries and the people who skipped the gates, and yeah, so it was a big, super big crowd, which till today, I think it's the peak of my musical career. You know, it's the night of my life.
You compose the songs. You write the songs.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
You mentioned Marigold, for example. I know, which is very close to your heart, and it's really Malta's top song because everyone keeps talking about Marigold. It sort of never fades away.
Yeah.
Tell us more about how you get to, you know, your inspiration for your songs.
Well. Most of the songs, most of the hits I wrote myself, and I'm a balladeer, so the band sort of comes in when they say, okay, we have enough ballads now, let's do something good, because if it was for me, it would be a chill-out album. But yeah, all of us combined together, they get me a bit out of there, because I'm not really capable of doing a happy song,
right?
Which is strange because I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. But when it comes to music, it always goes back to my childhood and things I lived, and my family lived, and my friends lived, and I'd like to delve into things that touch and that reach my heart first, because if I don't feel it, the people won't feel it anyway. And I write those sort of songs, and Marigold, one of them, which is I wrote to. About my mother. I dedicated it to my mother, who passed away while I was here 32 years ago.
Wow. So you have associated a lot of your gigs and concerts to charity. Tell us more about those charities and why.
Okay, after the big concert we've done in the granaries, we still did other gigs which attracted a lot of people. We had our 30th anniversary concert in 2015. And it was another very good turnout. I mean, it was sold out, the whole 5,000, nearly 5,000 people there, so still a big crowd. But what we started doing, I'm involved in a lot of charities. I'd love to make my concerts matter not only for us and for the people, but for a good cause. So I've been with Putino Cares for a long time. I'm the ambassador for the Special Olympics.
That's right.
Which is the Olympics with people with different abilities. I also helped the AAA for animals, and I'm also one of the trustees on the Marigold Foundation. So ALS Malta, which is an NGO which helps people with motor neuron diseases and ALS and Parkinson's and those kind of diseases. I'm also on the committee of the rare diseases. From the concerts we've done, our celebrity concert for 30 years, where we celebrated 30 years, we put up 40,000 euros, plus 25,000 from a special CD that we recorded, who also featured Joseph Kalea.
We'll come to that, yes.
And the Evergreen Shemt.
Yeah.
Most of what I do now is for charity.
And you're doing quite a few solo gigs at the moment. You mentioned Joseph Kalea, the international tenor nowadays. You had a collaboration with him, and you also have collaborated with international DJ Tanisha. Tell us more about that.
Well, he's my nephew. My mother is his grandma. So one of the first good remixes he did was for Marigold.
Of course.
And when that came out, it was as strong as the original because then Marigold started reaching the dance floors, and that was something that I was skeptical about first, but when it came out, it was just super. And that's one of the collaborations I did. Joseph Kalea was another something I really have to heart because the song Miss You. It was a song in the Argento album, and then there was a part where there was a guitar solo, and I came up with a melody and asked Joseph, listen, would you be interested in doing this? And when he heard it, it was an instant yes, and we recorded the song.
Beautiful song.
So that's it. I'm so happy with those collaborations, very happy.
Now, you're obviously here in Australia. Tell us more about the reason why you are here. You said that you had been here twice before, but that didn't work out, and now it's like a new beginning for you as well. But there is a reason why you are currently in Australia.
It's been an ongoing wish, always wanted to come here and perform. And I spoke with you before years back about doing this, and it was always something came up or the main problem, which is getting the whole band and crew here, which would cost a lot of money. But I've started doing solo gigs lately. Winter Moods, after 33 years, are sort of having a break.
Well-deserved.
Well-deserved break, yes. Everybody's doing his stuff. But my life is music. That's all I do. So I've been doing a lot of corporate events and preparing my own album and doing a couple of big solo gigs. I started at Piazza Teatro Reale, Belt, which takes 1,000, and it was instantly sold out, and it was the year before. And last year I did Talise, which is the waterfront again, and that was a turnout of over 2,500 people, which was for the ALS Foundation, also a charity concert. So once I got my concert covered, expenses, stage and everything, if that is covered, then all the money from the gate money, all the gate money will go to a charity foundation. So I came here and had started to do some meetings with musicians. I have family musicians here with Nicky Bomba and Michael Caruana. And I met Michael Zamit. He's called Zifa, and he has a band. So
who actually produced our signature tune for Maltese DownUnder. So
a real gentleman, and So there are musicians here which I can do my music with. And that makes it much easier. So we just have to.
So you're looking at having a concert in Australia.
Yes. After all these years and heaps of requests and when are you coming? And you should come to Australia, etc. So finally.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen next year. This time next year, so February.
So around February.
February, March. Next year, I'll have a big show here for not only for the Maltese people, but
it'll be open to everyone.
Open to everyone, but mainly, it's going to be a real gig, in a good hall, good sound, and the works. So I'm really looking forward to having all the Maltese people here.
Same as us. We're looking forward to having you. So you've got so much to look forward to, Ivan. You said you're currently working on a solo album as well.
I've been building up to do my album for years, but every time we come to a Winter Moods album, the songs that I had gathered to start my album with, they would go into Winter Moods. So I've got a lot of songs now to choose from, and hopefully this year or next year I will finally have my solo album.
Fantastic. Well, Ivan, thank you so much for being our guest today on Maltese DownUnder. And obviously you've got to watch out because next year there's going to be a concert with Ivan Grech from Winter Moods. Thank you so much.
See you next year.
U l-kantant Ivan Grech ġibna fit-tmiem dan l-ewwel programm tal-5 staġun ta' Maltese DownUnder. Grazzi li qed terġgħu tingħaqdu magħna għal dan l-istaġun ġdid u nistedinkom sabiex tibatulna kummenti jew suġġerimenti fuq l-email tagħna maltesetv@gmail.com jew inkella permezz tal-paġna tagħna fuq Facebook. U mill-istudios tal-artist Malti Percy Cartwright li ser ikun il-mistiden tagħna fil-ġimgħat li ġejjin, jiena Marlene nagħtikom appuntamenti oħra bħalhom ġimgħa fl-istess 'ħin. Saħħa. Maltese DownUnder thanks the Malta Tourism Authority, Mayfield's Business Advisors, MPD Steak Kitchen, Maltese Pastizzi Bar and Restaurant, First National Balkan Associates, Maltese Original Pastizzi Company, Smartline, and our bronze sponsors.